Hi, I'm Sean, a very warm welcome. So today I'm chatting about Mercury Retrograde, which starts on the 26th of Feb and lasts for around 3 weeks. Mercury Retrograde gets a bad rap because, let's face it, things can go wrong. This retrograde happens in Pisces, a water sign, so it's an unusual retrograde. So I'm going to unpack this transit and then go on and look at each sign with some advice. Please scroll down for your sun, moon and rising sign, but listen to my short intro too. This retrograde involves the planet Mercury. This can be quite a mischievous little planet when it's in retrograde. Mercury rules how people speak, listen, write, plan and sort information. When someone sends an email, Mercury is active. When two people discuss a plan and adjust details, Mercury is active. Mercury is the link that moves information from one mind to another. This retrograde is happening in Pisces, which gives it a certain unusual flavor. Pisces energy works through feeling, intuition, memory, the inner world, and the unseen. Pisces understands something by sensing it rather than by listing steps. A person under Pisces influence may say, "I just know," instead of, "Here are the facts." So now that we understand Mercury and Pisces energy, let's briefly look at retrograde energy. When a planet is in retrograde, it seems to be going backwards, but it's an optical illusion. Planets don't go backwards. A quick example: you are driving a car. A train next to you is moving forward, but it is slower. When your car passes the train looks like it moves backward, even though it is still going forward. That is what retrograde is. So now let's look at Mercury retrograde in Pisces. When Mercury retrogrades in Pisces, the pullback happens in our inner world. Impressions rise. Dreams could speak to you and old memories return. Ideas that were ignored or dismissed come back for review. Internal conversations increase. It becomes easier to drift, wander, or lose track of what needs structure. So now that we understand this retrograde in a water sign, a few things to remember. Don't sign contracts during a Mercury retrograde and back up all information. If you're doing a long trip, check the car tires. That's the generic warning. But because of the Pisces flavor, be careful of getting lost in your internal chatter. I think decisions might be emotional rather than rational. A quick example: you impulsively book a holiday, but forget about the budget. Okay, so let's go on and look at each sign. Hi Aries, your 12th house is activated, so you should be careful with loose ends that you forgot about. You may find old tasks returning. An example: you think you closed a problem at work, but during this retrograde, someone brings it back and asks you to explain missing details. Hi Taurus, your 11th house is activated, so you should be careful with group plans and shared projects. An example: a friend may say they agreed to something earlier, but you remember the agreement differently, so you need to check old messages. Hi Gemini, your 10th house is activated, so you should be careful with public statements or work instructions. A quick example: you send an update to your team, and they follow it in a way you did not intend, which forces you to rewrite the message. Hi Cancer, your 9th house is activated, so you should be careful with travel plans or study commitments. A quick example: a booking confirmation shows the wrong date and you miss your flight. So check travel plans, please. Hi Leo, your 8th house is activated, so you should be careful with shared money or shared passwords. Taxes might be problematic, so be careful trying to upload tax files. An example: a bank transfer shows the wrong reference number, and you must contact the other party to correct it. Hi Virgo, your 7th house is activated, so you should be careful with agreements in your close relationships. A quick example: you and a partner think you agreed on a plan, but each of you recalls a different version of the discussion, leading to an unnecessary argument. You organize a date night, but both get the date wrong. Also, don't be surprised if old flames from the past suddenly appear. Hi Libra, your 6th house is activated, so you should be careful with work routines and daily tasks. An example: a small duty you normally do without thinking is left unfinished, and someone asks why it was skipped. On the positive side, this can give you a good chance to revise your day-to-day routines. Maybe you can organize a work-from-home day. Hi Scorpio, your 5th house is activated, so you should be careful with creative projects or plans with children. An example: you return to a half-finished project and realize the original idea is unclear, so you need to map out the steps again. Oh yes, and now is not the best time to gamble. Hi Sagittarius. Your fourth house is activated, so you should be careful with home repairs or family communication. Things going wrong with water in your house is a possibility. Water pumps breaking. An example. A family member says they told you about a schedule change, but you can't find the message and must retrace the conversation. Hi Capricorn. Your third house is activated, so you should be careful with short trips and local communication. Sending wrong messages is a real possibility. You send a hot message to your girlfriend, and it is accidentally sent to your grandmother. Hi Aquarius. Your second house is activated, so you should be careful with spending and money tracking. If you need to transfer money, be extra careful. Don't click on any subscriptions by mistake. The good news is that some past money issues might just be revised and sorted. Hi Pisces. Your first house is activated, so you should be careful with how you express your thoughts and present yourself. An example. You explain something to someone, and they interpret it in a very different way, so you must repeat yourself more slowly. The good news is, you may see yourself in a more refreshing, new way. Identity issues can reveal themselves. Don't buy into them. This is the retrograde energy,